Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky, and today I'm going to be reading from this intuitive oracle deck. All I need you to do is think of your question. I'm going to pull some cards at random. We'll see what type of messages come through for you. Your questions can be linked and connected, or they could be completely separate and random. Go about it however you like. You can go ahead and think of your first question. I'm just going to shuffle these up a little bit, and then we'll see what type of messages come through for you. Okay, so let's see here. With this first card, the messages I'm getting with this, I feel like someone's going through a very difficult time right now emotionally, okay? There could be something that has happened in your past that is still affecting you right now in the present moment. For some of you, this could even be something where you feel like you are never going to be happy again, okay? So for some of you, whatever this thing is that you're dealing with that has you feeling very down emotionally, for some of you, it might have you feeling very much trapped and kind of restricted in your life, within your circumstances, whatever this is connected to. So again, if that's resonating with you and you do feel that this is kind of linked and connected to your question or your circumstance, what I do get with this card is that even if you are in a very difficult place right now, and you're struggling very much emotionally within your circumstances, things are going to get better, okay? Again, even if you think that there's no possible way in hell things are going to improve, this card tells me, yes, things are going to get better. I feel, how do I word this? Okay, I feel for some of you, if this is something that you've been dealing with for a little while, okay, and you're at a point now where you're like, well, I've been dealing with this for a little while, it still really affects me in a negative way, it still really bothers me. What I'm getting with this card, again, is don't give up. Like, don't feel like you need to just settle within that difficult energy, okay? That there is going to be more healing. There is going to be improvement in your situation. It just could be that, it didn't happen overnight. It's going to be something that might take more time for you, but that there is going to be improvements. That's what I'm getting. So I just, again, if someone's very much in this difficult place right now, I don't want you to feel that that's where you're always going to be and that it's always going to feel how it feels right now. It's not, okay? It's going to get better. For some of you, it's okay. For some of you, what I'm getting with this card is that I feel that when I'm saying these positive changes are going to come about for you, blah, 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 what I'm getting with this card is that I almost feel like, to how positive I feel that they're going to come about for you, you'd never believe it in a million years. That's what I'm getting. Like, to how you feel right now, you don't. Even right now, you're like, nope, not going to happen. But this card tells me otherwise. So yeah, so if you're in a very bad place right now, I know it's going to get better for you. Okay, even if you can't see that right now, I can. Okay, think of your next question. Okay. There's a very friendly type of vibe here. So I'm not sure if your question is linked in connected to a friendship or some type of connection or bond that you have with someone, where the energy, it feels very friendly, it feels supportive. Okay, so again, this straight up could be a friendship or something like that. If not, I do feel like there's something, I don't know, that's very similar about you and another person or situation, something like that. I feel like two people are on the same page or share a similar perspective. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm getting is just something to do with friendship, being able to relate to someone, something like that. Think of your next question. Okay, so messages I'm getting with this card is that I feel it is extremely important for you to not overlook anything, okay? This card tells me that it will be to your benefit to be extremely thorough in whatever it is you've got going on, okay? So whatever your question is, I'm sorry, my dog is so cute and distracting. Look at her cute little face. I love you. I love you so much. Okay, back to business. Yeah, seriously, you need to read the fine print. Read the fine print. Don't, just gloss over something. You want to be going through everything with a fine-tooth comb. You want to be reading the fine print. Basically anything that you think, you know what, we'll let that slide, or I don't really need to focus on that. That's what you need to focus on. Okay, this card, it has a message where, how do I explain it? Where I guess it's what I just said, right? That it very well could be that the one thing that you think really isn't even important at all, or that it's not going to add any value, or that it would just be a waste of your time to even, be spending any time or effort linked into that, is the very thing that you do need to be spending your time on, whatever, however you want to look at it. There's a risk here of someone overlooking something. And okay, because what I get with this card is that whatever that thing is, okay, that you're maybe thinking about overlooking, or maybe you have overlooked and your question's linked into that you overlooked something and now you're kicking yourself in the butt. There's just something here with that's what I feel like. I feel like whatever this thing is, that if you overlook it, you're going to look back on it, and trust me, you're going to kick yourself in the ass so hard. So hard. So I don't know. I'm hoping this is more of a warning. I guess it depends on what your question is, but yeah, I'm hoping this is more of a warning for you. Just to be, just very careful that you're not missing anything. Okay, let's see what else we get here. Think of your next question. Okay, I feel with this card here that, there could be a change to, like, a connection that you have with someone. Okay, I get a couple different messages. So this could be where you just happen to be kind of in the right place at the right time to cross paths with someone that maybe is going to play a significant role in your life. Whether this be long-term, short-term, it is what it is, but there's just a feeling here of something kind of reaching a new stage or transforming in some type of way. I'll give you examples. So this would be where someone who was always just kind of an acquaintance to you, you happen to cross paths and now you're hanging out every day and they're your new best friend, okay? This could be someone who is a very close friend, and then it gets to this other level of now they're your lover. It's just something reaching, a different stage or something like that. But again, this can still be linked into just, how do I word it? I don't know if I want to say divine timing, but that's kind of what I'm getting. It's just where everything kind of just plays out kind of, as it should or as it needs to, or something like that. So I don't know. I have a feeling that something has or something will come about that's, very similar to what I was just rambling on about. But some type of connection you have kind of reaching a new level or something like that. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, and for some of you, you might be very surprised in how that all kind of comes about. Okay, think of your next question. So let's see here. Messages linked to this card, very simplistic. It's very passionate, it's fiery. The energy can also be a little bit kind of riled up. I don't know, this can be, it's very much what you desire. And this can be obviously linked into so many different things and interpreted in different ways. But the overall energy is the same. It's fiery, it's passionate, but we can also take that to being angry and super riled up and things like that. So, yeah, there's just something here about a very passionate connection, energy, situation, something like that. That's what I'm getting. Just very, very simple message. Think of your next question. Okay, with this card here, I feel that mental discipline will serve you well. There's a message here about needing to be very careful about kind of what it is that you're thinking about and focusing on, because what you think about is going to create your reality. So what I get with this card, I feel like whatever it is that you truly want and desire, I feel like you can manifest that, you can bring that about into your world, but you have to be very careful on kind of the energy that you're putting out to the world. Because I feel like whatever you're putting out, that's what you're going to be getting back. So if you're not happy with what you've got right now, you have to look at the energy you're immersing yourself in. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, to me, this card's telling me that the energy surrounding you is limitless, right? That you can have whatever you want. You can create the outcome that you want, have whatever it is that you desire. But that you have to, that your mind has to be focused on that, right? And channeling the energy, kind of, I don't know, like from that perspective, right, is what I'm getting. Okay, think of your next question. Okay. All right, I feel like you are either asking about or dealing with something that there's a certain level of risk. I don't know, there's a certain element of danger linked into whatever it is you've got going on here. That's what I get with this card. It's a feeling here that, yeah, someone's maybe contemplating taking a risk, or where it feels like if everything was to play out how you want, things would go extremely well. You'd be very happy. Probably feel like you won the lottery. If it goes bad, though, different story. So it just feels like a gamble. I do feel like whatever this is linked to, that it's something that someone's very passionate about, or that they see that there's a ton of value. Or another message I'm getting too, for some of you, there could be something here that whatever this risk is, it's linked to something that maybe you consider to be quite rare and unique. So it might even be like, I don't want to take the risk, but I have to. I mean, look what this is, you know? It's something that it's like, it's just so rare and unique that you may never find another, you know, one that would fall under that category, right? So it might seem like it's worth the risk to you. So yeah, something like that is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to use this one. It jumped right out and I intuitively just felt to take it. So if you haven't thought of a question yet, think of it. I already have the answer ready. Okay. So what I'm getting with this one, there's a message here where I feel like someone's actions and words do not match up. Okay. So it's a feeling here where someone, again, you know, is saying one thing, but then they're doing something else, or vice versa, whatever, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So it's just something where I feel like someone, okay, what am I trying to say here? Okay, I feel like, what am I trying to say here? It shouldn't be this difficult. Okay. what I'm getting with this card is that if someone is saying to you whatever they're saying to you and their actions are not painting the same picture, you're not getting the same story from what they're saying to what they're actually doing, what I get with this card, and again, I'm sure there's, different things that, we have to take into account here, but overall, what I get with this card is that whatever the person is saying is true, okay? So normally, people are like, oh, don't listen to what they say. It's all about what they do, blah, blah, blah. And lots of times that's true, okay? Lots of times that's so true. But this card has a different message. This is saying that someone really does care about you. They care about you a lot. This could be something where you might have, there could be, I don't know, like a certain emotional connection, mental connection, spiritual connection. There's something here between two different people, but someone is going about something in a way that has the other person feeling like that person doesn't care about them. But they really do. There's just a lot of either internal conflict with that person, or there's just a lot of, I don't know, I feel like internal just chaos and issues that are going on that are creating the external reality for what it is, to where someone's like, yeah, but look at all this stuff that you're doing. Like, why would I think that you care about me? But meanwhile, the person really does, but they're dealing with a whole bunch of their own stuff, or there's just, or again, depending on kind of the perspective you look at it from, there's just something here where I feel like whatever you're dealing with, it's a lot more complicated than maybe what you are aware of or what someone's trying to kind of, paint the picture to be, right? Where I feel there's a risk with this card coming out where someone could be looking at something in oversimplifying something, right? Just looking at it in the most simplistic way and being like, oh, well, it's so black and white and it's just so easy. But it isn't. There's a lot more to it. That's what I'm getting. But the overall message is that the person really does care. They're just dealing with a lot of their own internal issues. Okay, let's see here. Think of your next question. Okay, so let's see here. The energy of this card, it's very charismatic. It's magnetic. It's a type of energy that can very much lure someone in. I also get messages too of someone who's an excellent storyteller. Okay, someone who has a way with words. They're very persuasive, and there's just a charming type of energy or quality that comes through with this card. What else am I getting? Yeah, I don't know if you're dealing with a smooth talker. There's just something here of just, I don't know. It is just someone who has a way with words. They're very charming and charismatic, and they have a way about them. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, both of these came out, so we'll take both of them. Okay. Okay, some type of message going on here where I feel like someone's calling someone out on their bullshit. I don't know if this is linked into responsibilities, or someone needs to take responsibility, or someone needs to take responsibility for a certain aspect of something. Whatever's going on here, though, there is a love present, okay? So even though I'm like, someone's calling someone out on their bullshit, that is happening. But there's love here. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I feel like someone, okay, I don't know if someone is intentionally trying to cloud a situation or not take responsibility for something, not take ownership for something, and someone's like, no, sweetheart, calling you out right now. There's something like that's going on. What else am I getting here? Yeah, I don't know what is going on here. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's just, that's what I'm getting. Calling someone out on their bullshit, something to do with responsibility. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. But again, I do feel like there is love present though. Either in how, like, to again, this feeling of like someone calling someone out on their bullshit, that I do feel like that was done with a certain amount of love or compassion, something like that. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, so let's see here. Messages I get with this card is all about having a certain rapport with someone. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever your question is, whatever your circumstances are, there's something here about feeling very connected to someone or something. I mean, this could be linked to maybe like a certain situation or something, but I have a feeling this is most likely linked into like a particular person. I don't know. There's something that I feel is very much connecting to people. And for some of you, it might be that you just have everything in common and just everything, you just get each other on every level and everything's wonderful and whatnot. But for others of you, this could be something where there might even be noticeable differences between the two of you, but there's still something that very much connects you. And whatever that something is, it's of substance. That's what I'm getting. So I'm not sure if you just have a very good foundation with this person, or again, if it's just this type of energy where you just have a certain rapport with someone. This could even be someone you met 7 minutes ago. But you just, I don't know, you just are very much in alignment with each other. Another thing I get with this card, this could be, how to explain it? The energy, it feels like very pleasant and welcoming. Like it feels familiar. It's, what am I trying to say here? Okay. The message I'm getting, this would be that if you had this type of connection with the person to how I'm describing it through the card, it would be something where you could basically do nothing together and you'd enjoy yourself. It's because you just enjoy being just, I don't know, just in each other's company, like just to be around each other's energy, because there's something that, I don't know, you relate to each other or you just can connect with each other. I don't know, like through something that just feels very pure and real. That's what I'm getting, and authentic. Okay, let's see here. Think of your next question. God, cards are going everywhere. Okay, messages I get with this card, it's all about assuming something. I feel like someone is assuming something of someone or something. Overall, what I get with this card is for you to not make assumptions about someone or something, because there is a high probability that you're wrong. That's what I'm getting. Okay. For some of you, how do I word this? Okay. There's some type of message here where I feel like, okay, again, if there's some type of scenario that plays out here where you find yourself just, again, assuming something, to very much hold back from that and just ask questions or go about it in some type of way that you're not just assuming something. Because again, like I said, there's a high probability here that you're wrong. And again, depending on your question, your circumstance, whatever it is you've got going on, I'm not saying this is a set in stone statement for everybody, but I do feel like that there is a risk here of embarrassment. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there's a risk here of someone making an assumption, being so wrong, and then having to kind of sit in that energy, and that's no fun. So, and I'm feeling like if that is the case, I do feel that it's unnecessary. I feel like that person would be like, oh my gosh, if I'd only just asked a question or went about it a little bit more this way instead of that way, that the outcome, could be quite different, right? And just kind of save yourself from embarrassment. Something like that is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. So think of your last question. Okay. So the messages I get with this one, there's a need to get to the root issue of something. Okay, I feel like whatever it is that you've got going on, whatever your question is, I feel it's linked and connected to something that's quite, or has the potential to be quite complicated or complex. I feel like with this card, it has a message linked to it that if you are able to really break down a situation, really dissect something and really analyze it, that you'd be able to really see why someone is the way that they are, why they go about things the way that they do, why something happened the way that it did. There's that type of message coming through. I feel like, I don't know if someone is very much still struggling with something. And if that's the case, what this card's telling me, you need to dive deeper. There's something here where I feel like if you're just going to kind of gloss over the surface of something, you're going to keep dealing with the same issues because nothing's being dealt with, right? We're just kind of just, skating over the surface a little bit. So there's something here about, I feel like if you can get to the root issue of something, it makes a lot of other things make sense. That's what I'm getting. So that's kind of the overall message here about really needing to analyze the situation. Because that's what I'm getting. I feel like I don't know if someone is being judged for something. But again, if that's the case, I feel like this is all linked into how someone is looking at a situation just from the surface level, right? Where it's like if you dive a bit deeper and then you find this other piece of the puzzle and this other piece, and all of a sudden you're able to look at the big picture and it's like, oh my God, now I know why they did this instead of this, and why they go about things, in whichever way that they do. It's that type of message coming through. And just a strong need to really get to the deeper issue of things, and that will, I think, shine a light on a lot of things, right? And kind of make everything else make sense. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go away now.